everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about the importance of water and reducing inflammation. So hopefully we all kind of know this one, but why do we need water? It's totally essential for our survival for a start. I think most of us will know that actually we would die without water before we would die without food. As a fluid base is to our cells that we're predominantly water, it helps chemicals and toxins to move through the body to where they're needed or to move to where they can be removed. So it affects every single one of our cells and the function of every single one of our cells. And we lose some of this water through breathing, through excreting, so getting rid of some of these toxins. So in both stools and in urine, we lose water, and also through sweating. So we need to make sure that we're topping that up as we go through the day, making sure that we keep ourselves with the same level of water. A study showed that even a mild dehydration, or even a 1% drop, 1 to 3% of our body weight, can actually impair aspects of our brain function. It can cause headaches and just generally make us feel tired and sluggish. So it's important that we keep ourselves hydrated and don't let ourselves drop. And what is the link to inflammation in this? When we're dehydrated, our body's processes just can't complete as efficiently. And so we feel tired, we feel more irritable, we have lower mental and physical performance, and all of that will trigger us to generally reach for the sugary foods, which is more likely to lead to inflammation. We also find that the impaired function of our bodies over time, so cells that are repeatedly dehydrated, or when the cells are dehydrated, there's more likely to be damage and inflammation in that situation too. And if we can't flush these toxins out of our bodies effectively, the toxins themselves do damage, and also our bodies can react to them. They're something that we don't want. They're a negative thing inside our bodies. So our immune system will react to them as such, and that can cause inflammation as well. Dehydration can slow the passing of waste, and that can cause excess bacteria in the gut. So we've talked about the gut microbiome in other videos, but if some of these, if the levels of bacteria grow in the gut, and then we're trying to suck all of the water out of what's in the colon to try and get as last little dregs out as possible because we haven't got enough in our bodies, we can then sometimes pull out some of this excess bacteria and also the toxins that we were trying to get rid of. So toxins come out of our blood and into the colon for excretion. But if the water's being pulled back out at that point, then some of these toxins can move back into the body and not get excreted. So that dehydration can cause then problems there, and it can slowing the process of the stool moving through and giving us a constipation. Things sit, they back up, and the general health of our gut deteriorates, and that again can lead to inflammation. And dry skin's also been linked to long-term dehydration as well. So other benefits of staying hydrated, it's not just inflammation, there are others, and drinking 500 ml of water has been shown to boost your metabolism by up to 30%. It's only temporary, but still a nice little boost. Just get us burning a few more calories every now and then. So it reduces constipation, so if you have troubles with that, drink more. And it improves mental clarity and brain function, so we can get things done and be less stressed. So how much water should we have in a day? The standard build amount is 8 glasses per day, 8 250ml glasses. That gives you 2 litres a day. But does that apply for everyone? Is that for all times of the year? Is that always the case? Clearly, it shouldn't be. So in the summer when we're exercising, or in the summer when we're sweating, versus in the winter when we're cold and we're not sweating at all. Clearly, there's a big difference there. And if we exercise heavily, exercising and the sweating and the breathing, extra breathing from exercising, means we lose a lot more water while we're going through strenuous exercise. So clearly, we need to drink more on days that we're doing that. So use your common sense with this a little bit. If in the winter, you will need to drink less, particularly if you're not exercising. When you've been exercising, drink more, look to replace it soon afterwards. And in the summer, just keep higher levels of water because you will be sweating and you will be excreting more of it. So a lot of this, that wasn't obviously very specific, no real clear rules to follow there. So a lot of it's about listening to your body. we all have slightly different water requirements, and even the 8 glasses per day thing, a lot of actually some of the newer numbers or suggestions that you actually do it based on your body weight. So listen to your body and become aware of how much water your body needs. So one of the good indicators, maybe not the most glamorous, is to check your urine. So when you go to flush the toilet, just have a quick look. If it's really dark and strong smelling, then you need to drink more water. If it's really pale, then you're probably, you're along the right lines. If you're only weeing a couple of times a day, you're not drinking enough water. Whereas if you're going every hour, you're probably getting more than you need. Headaches and thirst are signs that we are dehydrated, but they come sort of after the fact a bit, so try not to wait and rely on those, because by that point you've already been dehydrated for a few hours, so it's not the best place to be in. So try experimenting, try drinking different amounts of water and see how you go. Some people will find that by drinking more water they'll feel more alert, they'll feel better, and they'll notice it. Some people may just end up going to the loo more and notice no difference. In that case you probably didn't need it. So try it out, experiment with it. You may need to give your body a few days or a week to get used to the different if you're upping your levels of water. So you may pee a lot at the start, but your body should start to get used to it after a while, and your bladder will expand, and you will need to go less. But yeah, just listen to your body, do what you think is right for you, and your body will let you know ultimately with headaches and with tiredness if you're not drinking enough. So just make sure you're listening. So how can we drink more water? I saw Roald say to drink 8 glasses a day or to drink XYZ, but a lot of us forget, we struggle, it's not something that's part of our routines. So how can we make sure that we're getting more or getting enough? I find it handy to make water available. So if it's not close to you, you're unlikely to go off and get it all the time. So always make sure that there's a glass of water beside you. When you're working or whenever you're at home, make sure there's a glass there, and if you finish it, go fill it up and bring it back out with you. Have a glass by your bedside at night, have a few sips before bed, and then you can finish it off in the morning because you wake up dehydrated, so it's a great time to pile a load more water in. Put your water somewhere visible, so don't stick it off behind you. Put it, if you're working, put it alongside you so that you hopefully will see it while it's there, and to try and get a bit of a visual cue. And take a bottle out with you. So whenever you go somewhere for more than, say, 30 minutes, you should be having some water during that period. So if you're not going somewhere that you know water is readily available, or fluid at least, then you need to take a bottle of water with you. So, you go around the shops to do the shopping, that's probably an hour and a half. You should be drinking water while you're at the shops. So take your bottle, have some sips on the way around. Trying to link with any habit we're trying to bring in, trying to link it with other habits or regular events can really help to make it become a habit itself. So a glass of water with every meal, not a load, because it can dilute your sort of digestive juices. So you don't want to down a pint before your lunch, but just having a bit of water with every meal will help you to feel fuller quicker, and also to help you to get some extra fluids. And remember that the liquid in tea and coffee do actually count. So they're quite often habits already, so you're probably actually getting a certain amount already. Great to replace a few of them for water if you're having all of your fluid with tea and coffee. But they definitely, a few cups a day definitely count. And set reminders. So this is the way I did it in the end. I actually set a reminder because I used to just not drink anything at work at all. I'd get to 3 o'clock in the afternoon and not have drunk. I wouldn't drink in the morning because I'd be running out the house, because I'd leave at like 6 o'clock to get to London. I'd go all the way up there, I would sit at my desk, and I would get past lunchtime often and realise I hadn't drunk anything because I don't drink tea or coffee. So I started to set a timer, and every hour it would go off, and at that hour I had to drink. Usually I hadn't drunk it at the start. I had to down whatever was in my little cup of water and go and fill it up. And by doing that, gradually I started to drink more automatically and to remember to do it. There are other things, like there are quite a few apps now, so you can get things on your phone that allow you to record the amount of water that you've drunk. They'll give you a little ping if you haven't drunk any for a while, and help you to try and get into the habit of this. So things like Daily Water Tracker Reminder, Hydro Coach, and Walker Tracker Water Tracker Daily, all free apps, so you can use them to try and help yourself get this habit of drinking more. So that's a little bit about water and why water is important and how you can get more in the habit of drinking more water so we can get our inflammation levels down and generally just feel better. So I hope that helps. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak soon.